Hello there. Oh shit. Sorry, I thought I dropped my phone. Sorry guys, I didn't. It's fine. Nobody cares. So today we're going to be trying out a new foundation that has just been released to the foundation market. So this is by Maybelline and it's called the Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Lightweight Protective Makeup. This looks like it is going to be like very high coverage, which actually isn't really not really my thing, but I am a huge fan of Maybelline. I generally like their foundations, so I mean, who am I to resist? And also it was on a special offer because it had just been released, so I thought, well, it's now or never. So I thought, let's do this, we can check it out, see how it goes down. With foundation reviews, I always feel like it's important to like thoroughly test out a foundation because it might look really nice on a first impression, but I think that it's really important to test it out for like a few different days in a few different scenarios with a couple of different maybe like primers, moisturizers, etc., just so that you can really get to know the soul of the foundation. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. That's just my little spiel, I like to say. I obviously had to get like a big spot on my jaw today. Apparently the world knew that I was going to be testing out foundation today, but do you know what? I don't even care. I'm beyond caring now, although I do care a little bit. Okay, so as I said, this is the Dream Urban Cover. Its price will be £10.99, but as I said, I got it on a special introductory offer of £8.79, so I saved £2.20. I didn't just work that out, by the way, guys. It said there, because you know maths, it's not my strong point. This comes in 20 different shades. I got the shade Fair Porcelain. 20 shades is really good for a drugstore guys, oh my gosh, like literally a drugstore store. What? Oh my gosh, guys, we just went out to Wagamama's and like I'm wondering like what did they put in my Donbury dish? I just don't know. They put an omelette in and it was shit. Honestly, like I love Wagamama's, but the last 2 times we've been, I've sent my food back and had them make it again. Maybe I'm just becoming like super picky in my old age, but yeah, the first time, like a couple of times ago, I sent my meal back because the omelette was burnt. I was not having that. And then this time it was like, it didn't even look like an omelette, it was congealed. I was like, feck that, I don't deserve this. I deserve better. I deserve an omelette that doesn't look congealed. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, so this foundation also has an SPF of 50, which is extremely good, and it just says discover the new Dream Urban Cover. I feel like I should do a dance as I'm like reading this out, just to like, you know, spice it up a little bit. Why not? Okay, discover the new Dream Urban Cover lightweight full coverage makeup. Should I go back there? Lightweight full coverage makeup from Maybelline. It's, can you even hear me? Like I feel like you can't even hear me, but anyway, it's first foundation to combine full coverage with SPF 50 broad spectrum, no idea what that means, as well as being smooth, light and easy to apply. This protective foundation is enriched with antioxidants such as vitamin E, ooh, vitamin B3, ooh, and biocaine. What the feck is biocaine, guys? And it literally says, like, I shit you not, biocaine. If anybody knows what biocaine is, please could you let us all know in the comments. It helps to form a shield and defend skin from pollution. This lightweight full coverage foundation comes in 20 different shades and is best suited to normal to dry skin. Oh feck, I have oily skin. Oh, wonderful. Dream Urban Cover will smooth away signs of dull skin. Oh fuck. To create a natural, healthy looking complexion, it claims to not clog pores and it's clinically tested to lock in moisture, so I'm very excited about that. Simply apply to your face. Oh really? Because I was going to apply it to my vagina. Blend gently with your fingertips. So this is interesting. So they're basically recommending that you apply this foundation with your fingertips. I know some people are going to hate that. Like personally, I don't have a problem with applying a foundation. You know, I like to use my fingers for things, so like I don't mind. But I know a lot of people like prefer to use like a brush or a sponge, and I did actually go to the effort of getting my fucking sponge ready, prepared. He's gonna be sad when I tell him, sorry, you're not needed anymore, you can go home or go back in the cupboard. Oh, I'm gonna come forward, guys. I feel like I'm just like too far away, but do you know what, I had fun like presenting. I feel like I was presenting, but anyway, guys, so out of 89 reviews on the Boots website, this foundation has got 4 out of 5 stars, which is actually really, really good. So it does claim to have a natural coverage, it's full coverage, it's just loaded with SPF, more SPF than you've ever needed in your whole life. So it comes in this little kind of squeezy tube. I personally am a huge fan of squeezy tubes. I say feck off with your frosted glass bottles. I am clumsy and I just feel like they're just asking to be dropped and smashed. So for me, like, this is like my kind of thing. Oh, it sounds very liquidy. Like, listen. Oh, see what I mean? If that was a glass bottle, that would have just like smashed and I would have not been happy about it. You're not fucking needed today. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's squeeze. Oh my gosh, again, you know, I'm kind of surprised by this because maybe I'm just completely like misunderstanding full coverage foundations, but you know, very full coverage foundations do tend to be very thick, whereas this one, look, is just running all the way down my hand. I am feeling really confident about the shade, although like I don't know, guys, like I never seem to get it right. I'm going to put my little ears on. There we go. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I feel a bit lost without my sponge now. I feel like, what is that? Oh my gosh, I've got toothpaste on my hair. Can you see? I've got toothpaste on it. That's just the kind of girl that I am, apparently, guys. But oh my gosh, it feels like so liquidy. Anyway, okay, let's just do this. Oh gosh, okay, it looks very light. Loving it. Loving it. Okay, so I'm just applying my... Oh my gosh, it looks so light. Oh shit, guys, this never happens. Oh, what? Do you know what? I think it's going to oxidize and we're going to be just fine. I mean, it doesn't look to be full coverage at all. You know, when something has like a lot of oil in, it's very like slippery. It just feels very oily. Like I should say emollient, but feck that. Look at this, so guys, like so far, like I don't really think it's giving me a whole lot of coverage, but I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to do like this side of my face first. Should we cover up my little spot friend? Oh, see, it's looking a bit shit over my spot. Okay. Ew. Okay. Do you know what? I usually don't mind applying foundations with my fingers, but I'm not particularly loving this. However, I feel like if you were to use a sponge to apply this, because it is so liquidy, I feel like it would just be such a sheer kind of coverage that you'd get. I don't feel like it's a huge amount of coverage, honestly. Like, you can still kind of see everything through this foundation, and it feels really emollient. So like, it's super oily. That's just like the main thing that I'm noticing right now. If it had a CV, it would just like at the top of the CV in italic bold, it would say, I'm fucking oily. Have I misunderstood like what full coverage means? Because it says full coverage, but then it also goes on to say lightweight. So I could definitely see how this would feel lightweight, but like it's just the full coverage part that I'm missing right now. I'm not really seeing that. But do you know what? Let's just carry on. We'll just carry on. What? Did you see something just fall off my nose? Oh, it's doing that pilling thing. I hate this pilling thing. Why is it fucking pilling? Just to let you know as well, I've not used primer today. I just used my Garnier, I think it's called Moisture Bomb. I used that one today. It's one of my favourites. Something's pilling and it's pissing me off. Do you know what I mean? When you get like little like when your foundation starts to like clump together a bit. Oh guys, do you know what? So far, like this is, I'm not happy with it. I'm gonna get my sponge. Okay. Okay, so I've got my sponge because I don't really feel like I'm doing that well with the application, just using my fingers. Oh shit, but I feel like this sponge has already like taken off some of the foundation. I'm a bit confused about this foundation because, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not a huge fan of full coverage foundations anyway. I feel like for my more mature skin, they can look very cakey and just not so flattering on like textured skin. This to me so far is anything but full coverage, but I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do the other side and then we can come back and like see. But like right now, I feel like I've been catfished, like foundation fished. I feel that's what's happened. Okay, so I've finished applying kind of one layer of this foundation to my face, and actually I think it looks really, really nice. It definitely does feel very lightweight on my skin, although I don't feel like it's fully dried yet. It does also feel quite like hydrating in a way, so I can kind of see why they say that it could be for dry skin types, because it almost has that kind of serum-y, almost like if you've ever tried, I think it's the rose hip oil from the Ordinary brand. It's got that slightly emollient hydrating feel. I don't know if that's going to go away once it really does dry down. I don't know, it's very like strange because I was really, really expecting that it was going to be thick, it was going to provide loads and loads of coverage, but that's definitely not like what's happened. Although I will say it looks really, really good around my pores, and it has definitely just like evened out my skin tone. It's made my face look really, really good, but it kind of looks kind of like a BB cream, and it feels like a BB cream. It's not full coverage at all. It says full coverage. Like, this is the third time I've checked because I'm just so not thinking it's full coverage. But I mean, do you know what? I've got a little bit left on my hand, so I'm going to see if I can just kind of like build it up a little bit. But like, to me, this isn't even medium coverage. This is a light coverage. Can you see? And if I turn around this way, oh, there's an old lady that just went past on like a, you know, scooter, and she's so cute. Like, I saw her before, and she had like a straw hat on with like a red band around it. She's so cute, but she's going way too fast on her scooter. I think that she is going over the speed limit actually. Also, I didn't really like the application. I just found that it seemed to take a long time because there is that oily kind of feel to this to the foundation. It's kind of a little bit tricky to apply, so it's definitely not the kind of foundation that if you're just in a rush or if you're in the kind of mood where you just can't be asked, I think it would be like a little bit like faffy, you know, just be like, oh. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like, yeah. So I've added a little bit more onto my chin area. I mean, it looks actually really nice. I do struggle a lot with foundations looking kind of heavy on my chin just because I've got like a lot of texture going on there. And the longer this foundation is on my face, I'm liking it more and more. It's just quite a unique thing to me. Like, I know I'm probably just like making like a way bigger deal of this than I need to, but it's just like it goes against everything I know or think I know about full coverage foundations, because this one is like the total opposite to any other full coverage foundation that I've ever tried, because it's just so liquidy and serum like, and it's not thick and heavy and cakey. So you never know, like this could be like the perfect full coverage foundation formula, and so far I'm really liking it. I think it looks really, really nice. The tip, like, don't like eat this foundation, because I don't know why, I just thought, like, I didn't have any wipes as usual, so I just thought, do you know what, I'll just lick it off my hand. Like, don't ever do that. I've never done it before, so I don't know why I thought today was the day, but it no does not taste great. It just in case like you're wondering, you know. But anyway, and now I've got a funny taste in my mouth, but anyway, all my fault, I know. Okay, so I have finished the rest of my makeup, and at this point, I am feeling so good about the foundation, although it definitely was not what I expected. I think that we hear the phrase full coverage, and we just expect full coverage. Still, it's not looking full coverage. Maybe I just didn't apply enough, but I would definitely say that I've got an almost medium coverage, but not even quite medium coverage. However, if I can get over the fact that it's not full coverage, which actually I'm kind of relieved about, and I'm really glad that I like to review makeup, because if I didn't like to review makeup, I don't think I would have picked this up because it said full coverage. Like, I wouldn't have reached for this because I would have thought, well, it's full coverage. I'm not a full coverage kind of girl, so I'm not going to get it. But because I like to review makeup, I thought, you know what, it would be fun to review. So I'm actually really, really glad. Like, never before have I been so happy that I review makeup. Well, I'm sure there've been other times, but right now, as I sit here on my stool, like, I'm feeling really, really good about reviewing makeup. It definitely does feel lightweight. I am just loving how it's looking on camera. I'm loving how it's looking in person. It's a little bit light potentially, but I think that if I'd got the next shade up, it would have been a bit too dark. I feel like I'm Goldilocks. What is right? Is there a right? I don't know if there is. And I don't like porridge. Well, I do, but only some porridge. At this point, I am really, really liking this foundation. I am going to just go away, do my thing. I'm going to be trying this out over the next few days so that I can come back and give you a really kind of thorough, like, comprehensive bit of feedback. But for now, I am into it. So anyway, guys, I'll see you in a few days. So I am back. It's a couple of days later, and I am here, as promised, to give you my feedback on the Urban Cover Foundation by Maybelline. So I am thoroughly impressed with it. Like, so impressed with this. I didn't think I was going to be, purely because it describes itself as being full coverage. It's definitely not full coverage, as you will have seen in the first impression. I was actually surprised by how light coverage it was. I would definitely describe this foundation as kind of light to medium. So if you are after a full coverage foundation, I kind of don't think this will be the foundation for you, and I can't really understand why they would have claimed that it's a full coverage. I do believe that you could definitely make it full coverage by applying multiple layers, but the same could be said for any foundation, really. So I mean, that was definitely something kind of unexpected, and I would say that if you are after a full coverage foundation, if that's what you're into, then this probably wouldn't be for you, because it is a very light to medium kind of coverage, which for me, like, I like. So like, I'm winning. If you like full coverage, you won't be winning, which, I mean, that's sad. But if you like a good kind of light medium coverage, this is a really, really good one. It's a beautiful and natural finish, so it's not kind of overly matte, it's not overly dewy, it's just somewhere very natural, you know, in the middle. So again, if that's something you like, I think you'd like this foundation. I think I neglected to kind of tell you in the beginning of the video, but I have oily skin. It's not super oily, but I would definitely describe my skin as being oily. Interestingly, this foundation is recommended for normal to dry skin. So I was a little bit worried, thinking, oh my gosh, is it going to just, like, you know, melt off my face? Is it going to be like super oily? I had neither of those things happen, thankfully. I actually feel like this foundation holds up really, really, really well. It has a beautiful kind of natural finish. It's not matte, it's not dewy, it's just somewhere kind of in the middle. I think that this foundation would be ideal for maybe more mature people who have fine lines, texture, enlarged pores, because it is actually very flattering on the skin. I think because the kind of consistency of the foundation is very kind of liquidy, it goes on almost like a serum. So, you know, when you've got like a very thick kind of consistency of a foundation, it just seems to like fall into all of your like lines and crevices. This foundation doesn't do that, so I would definitely say if you've got more mature skin, this would be a really good foundation to try. One other thing that I really have been impressed with the foundation is that it is very lightweight. that is probably one element of the description that I definitely do agree with. It feels really, really light and comfortable on the skin. I am really, really impressed actually with how good it feels. All in all, really like the foundation. I think it looks great on camera, it looks great in selfies, it looks great in person, it holds up really well, feels really comfortable. I just really, really like it. I would definitely recommend this foundation to you if you're in the market for something new, whether you've got oily skin, normal, dry. I think that it'd be a really, really good one to try out. Yes? Yay! Go City!
White team are the best.
Yeah.
But City scored before the white team.
Let me know when they score again, okay?
Okay.
Excellent, good
I'll
one.
come back up and tell you.
Excellent. I feel like this shade, which is Fair Porcelain, is a perfect match for me, which, especially with like drugstore foundations, is such a difficult thing to find. It's like spotting is it the grey fox or the white fox, the silver fox? I don't know. You know the fox that Richard Attenborough like tried to spot for like 18 months? I don't know. Anyway, guys, this is a great foundation. I'm really, really liking it. I would really recommend it to you if you've tried it. Let everybody know downstairs in the comments what your thoughts were. I think it's really, really good. So that kind of brings us to the end of this review. I hope that it's been useful to you if you've been eyeing up this foundation but you've just not been sure. I'd say that the main thing that I just want to get across is that it says it's full coverage. It's not full coverage. Definitely not full coverage. Anyway, I'm going to go and let you get on with the rest of your day. But thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.